Hey, 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 this is your recap auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, sir. We are here to do a full recap of what, auntie? Of episode number 134 of Beyond the Gates. That's why we here, baby. We're going to do a full recap with voices and all the bells and whistles and all sugar and spice and everything nice, baby. So, y'all are ready. Let's go ahead and have them open up this damn front door so we know what the fuck's going on. Let them entertain us and see what they finna talk about today. All right, you ready? I am so as hell ready. All right, let go. Well, 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 we are at the country club, baby, and we see the girls come. Well, Bill is there. Remember, Bill is supposed to be there meeting with Chelsea and Naomi. So he says, "Oh, look at there. There go my girls." And that old Pops, honey, in the background with his gray hair and gray beard. Go ahead, Pops. I see you. So they both show up. Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad. You just don't know how much it does my soul good to see you guys here with me tonight. That's what Bill said. Naomi was like, honey, you just saw our asses yesterday, but we do appreciate the sentiment. Now, while they are getting settled in, we see Chelsea just like looking around. That girl is so scared to be in public. Poor thing. So Bill notices that she keeps looking around. He's like, Chelsea, now, if you don't like this table, baby girl, we can always move. She's like, no, no, Big Daddy, I'm fine. I'm just still getting used to being around people. That's all. He said, well, you know what? The next time, listen, next time you'll have more people to support, okay? Look, there ain't gonna be no fucking next time. I just noticed that Doug and Vanessa are behind Bill. So they're there at the restaurant too. All right, everybody better eat. So he's saying that, next time we hope to invite Jacob and Madison out to dinner so we can make this a proper family gathering. I really do hope he ain't trying to bring Haley's ass. Naomi was like, "Oh, so we are making this a regular thing, huh?" He was like, "Oh yeah, yeah. If my girls will have me, Bill, please, you're doing too much." I just actually spoke to your mammy, and I was telling her that I was looking forward to having more, one-on-one time with my girls. So Chelsea was like, "So you specifically told her that you were inviting the whole family except for her? Okay, Dad." Naomi was like, "I'm sure my mother didn't overreact at all." And honey, the next scene, honey, we see Danny all on Andre's back. And he's twirling her in a circle. They had a fucking wedding chapel. He was like, I got it. She says, where are you dragging me? Why? Where are you dragging me? My behind now. Where are you dragging my behind now? If I could put my fucking glasses on, I could see what the fuck she said. Maybe I've been drinking too damn much other than Danny. So she had her eyes closed. She's like, what the fuck is this place? I mean, it smells like discount perfumes and questionable life choices. Because she has her eyes closed. Them niggas is about to get married, y'all. They about to get hitched. Watch. So he got her eyes closed. He's like, eyes closed, eyes closed, eyes closed. We are where the magic happens. Now, Danny, you don't hear the damn sad ass organ music playing in the background. Her purse is killed. It's like the ace. I think I talked about that in the last video. It's like the ace of spades purse. I might have to find out where she got that shit. But they are in like a wedding chapel. He says, now when in Rome. She said, nigga, we ain't in no fucking Rome. We're in Vegas, baby. So this beautiful chocolate goddess comes from behind and she says, and what can I help you with? And so Andre about jumped out his fucking skin. She's like, unless you need for me to get you some water. Yeah, y'all need some water. He says, my lady, does your fine establishment accommodate a spontaneous persuasion type of situation? They both are so pissy drunk, I swear. They're so wrong and so right for each other at the same fucking time, and I love it. He was like, walk-ins, honey. I'm talking about walk-ins. And Danny was like, child, we are just here for the picture, honey. So Danny was like, oh, what if? He said, would you? She said, oh, what? Maybe. Oh, what? He said, oh, excuse me, man, for a hot second. Man, they might get fucking married. He says, he says, Danny, maybe we're so tipsy. She's like, of course we're tipsy, baby. And Andre's like, look where we standing at, girl. So he looking like at her, like he want to do that, and she's like, "Look, boy, look, we are so drunk, honey. We are spinning like Tina Turner in a fringe. She do be doing that spinning, baby. She be rolling on that fucking river. I mean, if that's some poetry, it's either Patron or Dom or whatever else we poured down our throat at that damn casino. Damn, y'all drank Patron? I heard that's some strong shit." So he said, okay, okay. So maybe we'll just leave it to something bigger than us. And she says, fate? He says, exactly. He's like, I'll flip a coin. Oh, damn it, I ain't got one. I ain't got no coins. What you do with all your coins, Andre? So he looks at her. He looks at her, and so she's like, Lord, this nigga. So she goes in her purse to get him a coin, and so she gives him a coin so they can flip it. So heads, they get fucking married. Tails, they don't. Ooh. And they was wrong for that. Soon that nigga threw that damn coin up in the air, they go to the bob. It's cool. You know, I love the bob, honey. So we're back at the country club. So we see Dougie looking at Bill. And then he's going back into his thoughts that he had with Randy. Randy, relax, bro. I mean, I've known Bill since college. He's not going to screw me over. Mm. And he remembers what Randy says, nigga. What if you wrong, Doug? All right, what if you dead fucking wrong? What then? So he's back to the present. Mm. Vanessa with her complaining self. You know what? It's really, really nice to have dinner at the club again. I mean, all those years you complain about the hours, the pressure, the hospital politics, but now the house, it feels just like a damn mausoleum when I come home. Dougie says, I have a solution. Retire with me. She says, huh? Honey, you know that ain't possible. He's like, why not? Why not? We could just travel. I mean, we have a chance to go off to all those places that we put off until someday. She says, because someday ain't today. Ooh, Vanessa. And also, besides, it's not like I just tell Joey Armstrong that I all of a sudden had some type of change of heart about this laundering his money shit. Ooh, Doug says, well, that sure as hell didn't stop you from telling him that you weren't sleeping with his ass no more. And he's saying you did that shit right. She says, we agreed to be smart about this. Patient. Doug was like, you right about one damn thing. We definitely do need to be very smart. Baby, we are back at the casino or wedding chapel in damn Vegas. And he found the coin. Andre found that fucking coin, and guess what it landed on? Heads, baby, heads. I found it, he says. She was like, Danny said, you fucking kidding me. She was like, okay, well, the best two out of three. He was like, no, no, no. The universe has spoken. She looking at him, you Nick. My dear, lock us in for the Sammy's swinging wedding special. When I tell you he is two sheets to the fucking wind, Andre is so damn hurt. And Danny is looking like on her face like, damn, what the fuck are we finna do? Shit, he talking about Sammy Davis Jr. was his favorite costume that he used to wear as a kid for Halloween. So the lady was like, honey, I am so sorry. Sammy's shift ended about an hour ago. And Andre's like, damn. Child, we got Anita showing up there, honey. But we don't ask why. We say bye bye. Why, honey? Why do we have Anita dressed in drag? Girl. But don't y'all worry, she says. I would be absolutely delighted to do the honors. So they're looking at this person, and so Danny was like, Andre, Andre, nigga, look, we've got to do it. The universe is spoken. Girl, you were right, honey. We got to do it. And Andre, like, I know, bitch, I know. She says, mother says so. You're gonna call her mother? I already know what I'm finna do, baby. This is gonna be a fun episode, honey. We needed this laugh. That whole kidnapping shit a couple weeks ago, and now what's going on in the world. We needed a fun episode. Thank y'all, Beyond the Gates. Thank you so much. Fun fact, y'all. Did y'all know that was it Ashley and Derek? Their names in real life is Ben and Jen. All right, we are back at the show, and we're at Orphe Jeans late at night, and so Martin had asked Eva to come and join him. So he says, Eva, thanks for coming. She's like, oh my gosh, it's been a while. Martin says, I know. Sorry I haven't been kept in touch with you. You know, things have been kind of insane lately, and they better show that damn fucking menu. Is it still that damn Chesapeake omelet? Damn, what else, y'all? Damn sprouts and that potato salad. And what was on top? That chicken fried steak. And that's from memory. Let's pan on over there, y'all, and see what's on that damn menu. And Eva says, you are preaching to the choir. And guess who serves them, honey? June. Water, dear, she says. And Eva was like, yes, please. So Martin tells her that he heard about her newly discovered family history. Yeah. He says, kind of wild, ain't it? I mean, not only do we share the same pappy, but our grandmammies were best friends in the same damn singing group. Ain't that something? Until mine's got kicked out, Eva says. And Martin says, yeah, Barbara's story is definitely incredibly sad. It really is. It must have been really hard for Leslie to have learned what she had been through. Yeah. And especially since it was so similar to what she's been through. Girl, Eva, y'all gonna wear me the fuck out. Eva, who was she looking like with the ponytail? Oh, like her grandmammy. Barbara had her hair up in a bad, big ass Afro puff, and that's what Eva's been rocking the Afro puff for the last couple of days in these baby hairs. With constant rejection, being treated like she's less than. No, she's acting like she's fucking less than. Shit. And not just by your dad and Bill Hamilton, but it seems like you all Duprees are ganging up on her. Why does she keep doing that shit? The Duprees are not ganging up on your mammy. They're living in their palace, sitting at their Dupree table at the country club, eating at Orpheus, minding their own black ass business. It's your mammy that comes to do it their territory and makes a fucking fool. So Martin was like, look, honey, I can understand that you are feeling some empathy for the underdog. I get that shit. But Leslie's point of view is somewhat skewed. It ain't somewhat skewed, it's all the way fucking skewed. Child, we had Martin talking about, well, she hated my family for a long time, supposedly because my mother stole my father from her. And I'm listening to Martin, I'm looking at him, but child, we see we see June just scrubbing some in the background. I couldn't help but just take my eyes off of him and see, like, what the fuck is she scrubbing in the background? Because she using her whole body, baby. Her head is moving, shoulders. June, you doing too much, sis. Girl, just get the girl some water. Come back and get that water, honey. And Martin goes on and said, look, and my mama didn't even know she fucking existed. And then when she found out, she kicked my dad to the curb. Eva with her old simple ass. I suppose you have a point. Yes. Martin stands strong and flat footed. He said, look, my mama has never been the one keeping Ted and Leslie apart at all. And because he's just not that into her. And Leslie has to accept that shit. Shit, Eva had to take a gulp of water, honey. Yeah, because she knew Martin was right. We should probably just talk about something else. Yeah. Oh, so now because he's right, you just want to just talk about something else, girl. All right, we're at the Sherville Forest. Y'all always know that's Nicole's house. So Mother Anita comes over there like, Nicole, I'm here, honey. What's so urgent? So Nicole comes out of there, baby, on skates, ready to talk to her mammy. Oh, she gives her mammy a hug and she says, thanks for coming, Mother. I didn't mean to sound so dramatic on the phone. I gave Ted back his tie. Anita looked, she's like, bitch, the tie that Leslie tried to bait you with at the club. I should have learned by now to take Leslie at her word and when she makes her disgusting implications. That's what Nicole said. It would have saved me the fucking trouble of confronting his ass. Anita says, are you serious? Nicole says, yep. He admitted it to my face. He actually slept with her. Ted Richardson, Anita says, you absolute fool. I'm sorry. She says, you absolute fool. Nicole says, how did I not know who this man was? I mean, I shared a bed with him for decades. And so Anita was like, well, what the fuck was he thinking? What the hell was he thinking? Was this revenge for the divorce papers? Was he throwing that shit in your face to deliberately try to hurt your ass? Mother, nothing that required that much of a fucking backbone, honey. He says he was drunk, she was there, and that's his entire rationale. Look, I know that I don't have a say on what Ted does or even who he does it with. But he was just literally just standing there in the middle of your living room, declaring his undying devotion to his family. For God's sakes. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Nicole says, I shouldn't have called you over here to dump all of this on you, Mama. I mean, it doesn't really change anything because Ted and I are already getting a divorce. It actually just confirms that I was right to file, as if I needed any more evidence of his spectacular moral failure. Honestly, Anita says, I think you did. I could hear it in your voice these past few days, just searching for any reason whatsoever to try to give that man a second chance. It was my own cowardice, Nicole says. I just didn't want to face the truth. I mean, not only about Ted, but about myself. From the moment that we met, I built him up in my head to be this pillar of integrity. How ridiculous do I look, Mother? Oh, no, 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 honey. You stop that. You stop that right now. Don't talk about yourself like that. And no more talk about not wanting to dump on me. I am here for my girls whenever they need me, each and every damn time. So we're back at the wedding chapel in Vegas, and so Danny is chasing this image around, this woman, male, whatever. She's like, I can't believe the resemblance. She's just walking, looking at the lady, or man, I think it's like a cross dresser or somebody who's dressed in drag or something, looking like Anita, honey. Danny was like, "Oh my God, it's uncanny." So the person says, "Everything okay, hon? Is my contour off? My mascara smudged? What?" So Danny runs over to Andre. Andre, did you hear that? And she turns around. Look, Anita would never say "hon." Okay, girl, we know that's not Anita, baby. Andre was like, "Oh, excuse her. She's a really big, huge Anita Williams fan." She, Danny was like, "That's right, bitch. Huge. I love her. Huge fan. Yes, real huge." So she says, "Honey, I'm cashing in from the heat of that Articulates reunion concert. Girl, you better do that, baby. Cash in all you can. If I could do a voiceover, I would. I would cash in." Everybody loves Anita. Danny was like, "Oh my God, we were there. We were there on the front row, baby." He was like, "Yeah, I got her tickets for her birthday." And so Danny was like, "You did? Yeah, yeah, it was worth every penny. Yeah, yeah, yeah." This is so confusing. It's just a cluster F, and I love it. He said, "Oh yeah, she cried the entire show." And the Anita, the fake Nita, fake Nita. That's what I'm gonna call her, fake Nita. "Oh, honey, you must be a big, big fan, honey." Then the beautiful chocolate queen, she said, "Honey, we can get a Vernon Dupree lookalike, honey, to walk you down the aisle. That would be crazy as fuck, wouldn't it?" Fate, honey. You talking about the universe speaking? That universe is talking to them. The lady was like, this shit ain't free. That'll be for a little extra." Andre's like, "No, no, no, it's okay. We don't really have to go that far. No, no, no." So the fake Nita says, "Suit yourselves, honey." And the lady was like, "Honey, we can fit your asses right now if you're ready now." So they was like, "Are we ready?" They looking at each other. He was like, "Look, Danny, look. Think something like this, baby, seems inevitable." Andre is ready. Danny's not, but Andre is. Then the fake Nita, "If either of you know for any reason why you should not be married, speak now or forever hold your peace." Y'all know I was gonna have a ball with this voice. Y'all know that, right? I hope it the sound quality because I'm doing this real time. It's actually 2 o'clock in the afternoon instead of me waiting because I'm going to the gym with my man tonight. So I'm trying to do this real time on a different microphone. So I hope this works because you know I was gonna have a good time with this one. Y'all already know. So Danny looks at Andre. He's like, "Let's do it." And so she turns around and her hair all hit on her hair hit all in his face. I was wondering how he kept that. I wish I could just inbox Sean and damn Carla because they really, really are just really having a ball. I just love it so much. "And let's get y'all hitched," the fake Nita says. And so Danny was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. Vegas style, honey. Yes." We're back at the country club, honey, with Doug and Vanessa. There's no hope between them. They want to reminisce. "Remember that trip that we took before the kids were born?" If they talk anything good, I'll talk. But if not, we go on to the next scene. I'm sure it's gonna be Bill and the girls. Even the Bill and the girls ain't saying a bunch of shit. I just want to look at who Danny and Andre. That's all I want to see today because they are really making this episode pop. They really are. So I guess they went to the Greek islands when they took their trip before they had the children, and so they went to the Santorini and then The waiter thought they were honeymooners because they were so in love, and they kept bringing them baklava, baklava, blah blah blah. I'm sorry. So of course she can't go because she got to do the send something state, and then she has a feeling that the Jarvis Thomas transaction is going to need a lot of attention because Leslie's going to be full of shit. Phew. So he was like, well, maybe later in the year, we can block out a few weeks and just go completely off the grid. And she was like, well, Christmas maybe? Man, James might be right, baby. This man might be gone by Christmas. Maybe Thanksgiving. First he said Thanksgiving, then he said Halloween. Now he wants Dougie to be alive. I don't know, James. I don't know, baby. So he was like, nah, because the twins will be home from college. He says, I'm talking about a second honeymoon. I ain't talking about no family damn vacation. He talking about, I don't want to share you with anyone. And he grabs her hand. And so Randy calls him while they're sitting there. She talking about, well, maybe you should take that second honeymoon with Randy. Oh my God. Hopefully she don't go back and tell Joey. Please don't tell Joey. Please, 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 Vanessa, please. I mean, who knows? He might be already there. Doug was like, well, he didn't say. He doesn't want to risk Joey knowing about his whereabouts. So Vanessa was like, well, Joey wouldn't hear about it from me. I don't trust her ass. Don't trust her, Doug. Please. And so Doug says, and why is that? Because you know what would happen. I just wish that you were more careful about protecting us. She says, well, do I need to remind you, honey? Who got you on top of this mess? I know, along with the 250,000 reminders. Yes, you did that shit, Doug. That was your ass. Gambling. So they wouldn't even be in this bullshit if you hadn't did what you did. So fact. So he gets up to take his call from Randy, so he leaves. Bill turns around and looks at her. Vanessa Lee staying at the table by herself, sipping some water. She feels like, man, all this shit is happening around her, but she ain't got nobody to talk to about it. Nobody's telling her shit. All this shit is happening, ain't nobody telling her because they don't trust no woman. Anyway, why are we bringing Haley like 20 minutes into the show? Haley, we're back at Bill and Haley's house, and she's like, Caroline, I'm so glad you stopped by, girl. Caroline was like, honey, I knew that Bill was at the club, so I thought I would hang out, maybe dish a bit of shit. Haley was like, oh, girl, you ain't got to threaten me, honey, with no good time, honey. You want a cocktail? Caroline says, with gin if you got it, girl. I need that. So Haley says, perfect. So she wants to know, where does things stand between her and Bill? Did he even fall for that old jealousy bullshit that she tried to use Tomas for? No, he didn't. Not exactly. He knows me too well. Why does the bottle that she's pouring the gin from has gin in big capital letters? Have I had gin? I'm sure I have, in some type of mixed drink. What is your favorite gin? Those of drinkers out there, I know James will tell me. But if you drink gin, I always heard people do gin and tonic. But what other mixed drinks does gin mix well with? Gin and juice. I've heard that song. Walking down the street, smoking. Yeah, yeah. Gin and juice, lay back with mine on them. Didn't I say I don't know no hip hop? I know a little bit of some shit. So, Caroline was like, wait a minute, it backfired? Haley, well, on the contrary, Bill seeing me flirting with Tomas made it more effective. I mean, we really got to have a real conversation. So Caroline was like, and the situation with Danny is over? Mm-hmm. Very much so. They clink their glasses as a toast. Oh. Child, we're back at the country club. So whenever somebody walks behind Chelsea, all that hair, that Diana Ross hair, she's turning. Like, fuck is that? That Allison? Allison got that girl jumpy. Girl, I understand, honey. Bill says, Chelsea, it just startled me, but I'm fine. Bill tells her, look, baby, if this is too much for you, honey, we can take this food to go, okay? Head back to your place. And she says, I'm already constantly on alert, Dad. Every sound, every movement behind me, it's like my body reacts before my brain can catch up. But I can't stay cooped up in the guest house forever. And I really do appreciate the effort that the family's making for me. The rotating door of Dupree's is so comforting. So Naomi tells her, girl, we are here for you. So Chelsea was like, I'm going to go wash my hands. Give you enough time, a few minutes to wipe those worried looks off your faces, okay? So Naomi tells Bill, like, look, she's doing a lot better than expected. And Madison says that the hypervigilance is very normal for everything that she's been through. So, yeah. So Bill just tells Naomi like he really does hate seeing her like this because Chelsea has always been, and Naomi said fearless. And I'm like, yeah, she's been fearless. So Naomi was like, well, anyway, so tell me about this conversation you had with mom. Well, I just gave a lot of thoughts about the things that you said, that maybe how she could misconstrue the intentions that I had at the moment if I didn't make it clear. It had nothing at all to do with what Naomi said. It was all about Haley. Stop lying, Bill. Right. He said, I realized you had a point. And again, Naomi says exactly what I just said. She says, I have a feeling that it was more Haley's influence than mine. See, I be writing these fucking scripts. No, I don't, y'all. But it makes sense. Sometimes the script shit is so easy to follow, the conversations. He was like, yeah, you got me. Yeah. Haley, she was concerned too. Yeah, she felt that I was being insensitive about how my behavior might appear to other people. Yeah. So Naomi was like, yeah, I bet. Yeah. So I went and had a quick chat with your mammy, and yeah, and we set boundaries and made it clear that I'm a happily married man. Naomi was like, well, I'm sure that wasn't a good thing for her to hear, but I'm also glad that you're not trying to toy with her emotions. Because that particular situation, honey, had great potential of getting out of hand, baby. Baby, we are back at the chapel. And so I got the vision already. Oh my God. And the fake Nita is dearly beloved, honey, and distinguished guests. We are gathered here today in the sight of God and the great state of Nevada. And Andre said, yes, Lord, to join this beautiful couple in holy matrimony. Marriage is a sacred union and not to be entered into lightly, unadvisedly, or without at least one viral move. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, get it. They dancing and shit. Hey, 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 hey. Y'all know I'm dancing with them too. Oh, oh. Sometimes the heart recognizes its home long before the brain has a chance to do the paperwork. Danny says, mm-hmm. And the fake Nita says, or as the great philosopher once said, if you like it, put a ring on it. If you like it when you want to put a ring on it. Hey, just got my skin on it. Yes, the great philosopher, honey. Beyonce. But let's get serious for a moment, the fake Nita says. They play She had you at hello with a smile. Her charm in all her ways made you love her style. Do you take Danielle to be your wife? To have her and to hold her for the rest of your life. Danny's like, oh my God, you sound exactly like her now. Thank you, darling. You are so kind, the fake Nita says. So the fake Nita looks at Andre and says, well, do you? Andre says, do I what? Andre was doing the snake, the running man, the bop, the wop. He was doing all the. Lord, give me strength, Jesus. He says, "Oh yeah, of course, damn right, yeah, duh, shit, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, fuck yeah, yeah, yeah. I do take this amazing, beautiful, sexy ass the day is long woman, yes, and I also promise to bring your ass coffee in the morning, and then never tell you that you have spinach in your teeth in public, and then I also clue her ass in when people leave too." Okay, Danny says. Quit while you're ahead. Isn't he the best? She looks at the fake Nita. Danny was like, wait, stop all the music. Wait, stop all of this shit. Is something wrong? The fake Nita says. Danny's like, yes, honey, we can't get married like this. Hello, we're missing the fucking rings. He's like, oh, the rings, the rings, the rings, the rings, the rings. That damn fake Nita. She got the best accessory. I have one. I've used mine in the show. She has like a what's this damn thing called? What's them things called, y'all? That you be putting your little flask. She has a flask, so because I use a flask for my show, and I have a Mom Rainey flask too. She took herself a nice big gulp. So now they got to figure out where the fuck are they gonna get these rings. This is so funny. One thing I can say about Miss Tamara Tooney, I fucking love you. And this is no disrespect, but I love you so much that your stretch has stretched. You have fun. You know how to be regal. You know how to be demure, but you know how to have a fucking good time. And I love you, Miss Tamara Tooney. If anybody out there can get this video into her hands, please tell her how much I love her. I admire her. That she's stretched, and that's what I am. You don't want to be put in a box when it comes to a character. You want to be able to stretch that character as much as you can. And for her, they could have easily gotten a person, a cross dresser or a drag queen to be her. I think she was like, no, bitch, I'm gonna do that. I don't care if I'm stuffy or, or sick. I don't care. I'm getting on that stage. I'm gonna be a great Anita times 1,000. And she fucked it up. And thank you, Miss Tamara Tooney. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You give me so much hope for acting, especially in the age of in your 60s. I thank you so so fucking much. So y'all, I'm sorry, I had to do that. That's the actress in me speaking, because you have so many people who take their acting, take it serious, but at the same time, they could have easily gotten a drag person. She's like, no, I'm doing that shit, and she did it. She did it. That shows that she has a fucking great sense of humor, and I love it. All right, we're back at Orphe Jean. So June comes back at the table with Martin and Eva. Okay, y'all good over here, honey? Can I get any of one of you guys anything? Okay, anything y'all need? She seems like she's pretty comfortable now, honey. She seems like she's real comfortable in her waitress role. And Eva, looking at somebody else's table, she said, "What I ate today, I ate these today." She says, "Well, come to think of it, those wedges over there look really good. They're calling my name, girl. I had some today, girl. It's so good, so good." Let's get a large table. Let's get a large order for the table. But let's be real, Martin. I'm just gonna really fuck that shit up on my own. I'm sure. I'm gonna demolish that shit by myself. At least most of it. Martin was like, just coffee for me, honey. Black, right? June, this is my sister. June is like, what? June running her mouth, girl, I heard there was another one of you, honey. Martin is taking me to meet your mother as soon as my shift ends. Why is he taking her to meet Leslie? Hmm. Or maybe he's talking about, before I push play, he's like, no, no, no. No, her mother's different. We have the same father, but different mothers. I'm going to think that's what he's going to say. Let's push play. He said, half sister, different mammies. Yeah, we all go through that, honey. And June was like, oh, okay. Well, it's good to meet another member of the family anyway. It don't even matter. And I'll be back right back with your fries and your coffee. And she says this big smile and she skedaddles away. It makes me wonder, is she going to work at the house where Leslie and Leslie and Eva? You think she might get a job over there, that big ass house? So whenever June leaves, Eva was like, okay, I mean, what did I miss? And so Mark was like, we just recently learned that June is my kid's biological mammy. Wait, what? Yeah, it's been a lot to process, but June, she's had it rough, he says. When I tell you he's talking about her, they show her the background. When I tell you she is rubbing the fuck out of the, the damn booth, damn seat and everything. He just said that she just had it rough and that Naomi has been helping her. Actually, Naomi helped her get that job there at Orphe Jeans. So I'm telling, she is scrubbing the fuck, wiping the fuck out of them counters. Girl, ain't nobody been over there, girl. Ain't nobody been over there on the booth near the window. And she is just, you need to be getting ready to get them damn fries and that coffee. Don't give Martin the fries and Eva the coffee. Oh, that is amazing. I mean, your mother does have a gift for making people feel like they really matter. Makes me wonder how the apple fell so far from the tree. Martin was like, wait a minute, bitch. Was that a stray at me? Because I'm going to read you now. I'm the king of reads on this show. It depends, she says. Is your name Cat? So Martin says, maybe we should table this conversation because here comes our man. And that man is Tomas. Yeah. Was Tomas invited? You know, Tomas is fresh from a night of less, love less. Okay, Catherine, honey, you just stepped on that man's pride. So now he does not want anything to do with Cat. I don't blame him. I mean, again, she don't even know what she wants, but I know what I know what she knows what she don't fucking like though. It ain't what he be giving. So he goes up to Eva and said, "I thought I might find you here." And so Eva was like, "Wow, looks like you need a drink." And so Martin was like, "Oh, you should join us." Martin was like, "Although I might be leaving shortly." So you see this pure look of joy on Eva's face. She pulls out his chair real quick. And so Martin talks more to Tomas and says, "So, how are you and my baby sister?" "Great. Yeah, really good. Couldn't be better." And Eva's looking at him like, "Yeah, right, Nick." So we're back at the country club and Kat shows up. So Naomi was like, "Kat, girl, what a coincidence." And so Chelsea was like, "Yeah, I texted her that we were here. I hope you don't mind." Yeah, she don't trust y'all. She trusts Kat. Because Kat was the one who came and rescued her ass. She don't trust y'all. Why did they bring them like 30 minutes into the show? Like this is my first time watching it live. Why y'all bring them so late? I mean, so they moved over and the waitress brought over Kat's chair. And so Bill just says, "Yeah, Chelsea was telling us about how you guys are going to be relaunching Chelsea Cat online. Your grandmother told you guys to do that." Yeah, it gives them a wider reach and everything. And so she looks at Chelsea again like, "Girl, if you're not up for it, just let me know. You can step back at any point, okay?" No pressure. So Chelsea's like, "Girl, thank you for allowing me the escape hatch, girl, but I don't think I'll need it." But Naomi looks like she's about to step away because she's looking at her phone. So she says, "Yeah, Jacob is working on a project for a friend and he could use my help." So yeah, I think Bill is going to skedaddle as well. Hopefully they'll get a Cat and Chelsea a chance to talk about what happened. Ooh, girl. Yeah, Bill says, "Let me take my ass home too before Haley starts to worry." So Kat tells them that she will take Chelsea home. When I tell you the white man with the white hair and the white beard in the background, he does a lot of. I'm gonna send me my videotape in. I am. I'm gonna send my videotape once I get my hair the way I want it for my gala. I'm gonna do a videotape and I'm gonna send in for some auditions. This man has gotten so much screen time. It is crazy. He has you see him at the damn Articulates reunion. He's always at the country club. He looks like money. This man, you look at him, y'all. I'm gonna have to take a picture of this man. He wears glasses. He has the most cottony, whitest hair and the whitest beard. He's handsome, dark skinned. He's a good looking man. You better be a star, honey. Hopefully you get a speaking role, but your background game is on lock, baby. Chelsea was like, "Okay, now that they're gone, I want to hear about everything, okay? I want to hear about Tomas and his epic surprise. And why in the fuck are you not with him right now, cuz?" "Girl, it was a catastrophe," Kat says. "Like historic levels of disaster." So we see Naomi and Bill in the hallway. She said, "Girl, honey, Dad, I gotta go pee. So, so I'll just say goodnight to you right now." He's like, "Oh, okay, okay, baby. All right, bye." So while he's looking in the lobby, he sees Doug leaving Vanessa and tells her, "Don't wait up." And so he kisses her and he walks away. I'm sure Bill is going to have his little conversations with Vanessa, just a little bit. Damn, Joey sends her a fucking text. "I want to see you, all of you." We all know what that means, baby. Good. Bill walks up to her ass and tells her, "I don't fucking think you even realize what type of dangerous game you playing, bitch." "I don't think you realize that it's none of your damn business," she said. And she taps him on his lapel and walks out. She really doesn't know. She wants to if she could have her way, she doesn't want to be with Joey. She wants to be Joey. She is so locked into this money thing and she likes the power. She likes the feel of that. I think that she wants to be partners with Joey. She wants to know his whole business. So if anything happens to him, she can just pick up where he left off. That's what I feel. That's what I feel, honey. We're back at the Sherwood Forest. Nicole tells her mother, "That is it. That's it. All right. I am done, Mama. Those are the last tears that I ever intend to cry over Ted." Martin is coming over right now, and I really don't want him to know about any of this. I really don't need my kids hating my dad any more than they already do. And then when I tell you, when Catherine finds out that Ted fucked Leslie recently, she will not speak to him anymore. She can be like, "Daddy, who?" Anita says, well, then I need to head on out because I don't want Martin to see the rage on my face. No, mother, I want you to stay. Martin is coming over with someone that I really want you to meet. Samantha and Tyrell's birth mom. Oh, yeah, you've spoken of her. Yes. So Martin and Smitty are encouraging this relationship, Anita said. Yeah, we're following the kid's lead. I mean, her name is June. She's had a difficult life, but she's working really hard to get through it. I think you'll really like her. Well, have you spoken to your sister? No, you have. Nicole says, no, not since yesterday. Why? Well, the last Vernon and I heard she was on a spontaneous trip to Sin City. When I tell you I love that outfit that Anita has on, I looked it up. That thing is $465, but it's worth every penny. In my this next part of my life, I'm going to really be mindful about the things that I buy. I'd rather buy several expensive pieces because I know that they'll last instead of buying all these cheap pieces that's going to tear up and rip the fuck up over time. But when you buy like several expensive, nice, well made pieces, those things are timeless and they will never lose its value. So, yeah. So Nicole's like, that's the first I've heard of it. And so Anita was like, well, it's probably work related, honey. Something to do about, with the modeling agency or something. Or Danny just might need some night of reckless abandon, honey, after everything she just went through with Chelsea. That's what Nicole says. Yes, you absolutely right, honey. You read your sissy right. I love this darker lip on Nicole. It is so gorgeous. I love that on her. Oh Lord, why did you have to say that? Anita says. Girl, no one does abandon quite as recklessly as your sister. Child, we are back at the damn wedding chapel. So Danny is talking to fake Nita, and so Andre comes in with, oh, look at here, I got the rings, baby. They are the rings that are wrapped around a cigar, 18 bucks each, baby. So they gonna put cigar bands literally on their fingers as wedding rings. Okay. So fake Nita says, perfect. Now we can resume the ceremony. Places, everybody. Andre and Danielle, would you please place your symbols of love on each other's finger? So Danny puts her hand out and Andre telling her, hold the fuck still. She said, I'm not moving, bitch. You moving. No, you're moving. You're moving. I'm not moving. She's really not moving. He the one that's stumbling. So they actually put the rings on each other's fingers. So fake Nita says, join hands and repeat after me. I take you to be my partner in life's journey. So they kind of repeated what they could. I take you to be my life partner. Yeah, yeah, journey. Yeah, journey. To love and to cherish through laughter and tears, the fake Nita says. To love and to cherish, Andre says, through laughter, and Danny says, and beer. Yeah, plenty of beer. Oh, yeah, definitely beer. He says, yeah, late night tacos too. For all of my days, I choose you. Is this a song lyric to one of the songs? I felt like this is a song lyric. Let me push play. I stand by you, fake Nita says. For all of my days, they both says. For all of my nights. I mean days. She said, you said nights, nigga. I know, but nights are important too, Danny. He looks at fake Nita. He was like, can we include nights too? She's like, mm-hmm. With this ring, I thee wed. With all that I am and all that I will be. With this ring that tastes like a cigar, Danny says. And he says, with this cigar that looks like a ring, he says. Fake Nita says, close enough, honey. By the power vested in me by the state of Nevada, the Naughty Dreams Chapel, and my own line certification, I pronounce you husband and wife. Bitch! They is married now. I am really thinking about getting an online certification to be an online minister. Do y'all think I should do that? I mean, I'm just trying to get some coins, and I love love, so I'm thinking about doing that shit. I mean, if Allison could do that shit, why not me? You may now kiss your bride. Them bitches got married, honey. He leaned her back and kissed her. They got confetti and shit and happiness and everything. Wow. She was like, it's so beautiful, Daddy says. He's like, you're so beautiful. And that fake Nita, honey, is actually doing a selfie. So that picture's going to get out before they even have a chance to put it out. She has it up while they are kissing each other in the background. Ooh. So, honey, we are back at Orphe Jeans, and Domas is sitting down with Eva. So, my brother is going now. So, you want to tell me what's going on? But really going on between you and Kat? And don't be giving me no bullshit. AKA that same PR statement that you was feeding to Martin. That's obvious, huh? This things didn't get any better after that big ass fight that y'all had, or are you still the same toxic loop? He looks so sad, and they playing this old sad ass saxophone music in the in the background. So we quickly pan back over to the country club, and they're talking about a cat, and Chelsea are talking about. She said, "I really thought that we would turn a corner after that whole Eva bullshit mess." That's what she. This is what she tells Chelsea. So what happened? Chelsea says back at Orphe Jeans. Things actually got much better, he says to Eva. And then much worse, he says. Kat did apologize for putting me in the middle of you two, though. Apologize, Eva said. Are we talking about the same bougie princess? Kat seemed different. I don't know, like, she had this whole attitude adjustment. And not just about you, but about all of our issues. It was everything that I'd been wanting to hear. Back at the country club, Kat says, yeah, I told him how I was going to be better, about us and about his friendship with Eva. More present in our relationship. New year, new me energy. You know what I'm saying, girl? And I meant that shit. That took a lot of courage, cuz. Right, girl? And he was so great about it, Kat said. He said all of the right things, and he even planned this perfect romantic date. Hotel, flowers, champagne. Oh, wow. Tomas wasn't playing around. Back at Orphe Jeans, I wanted to show Kat how much I appreciated her, that I was willing to meet her halfway. I mean, look at you, going all romance novel hero. It was going great too. Kat seemed like she was really into it. Pause. Tomas, you don't have no nigga you could talk to this about. Why are you talking to a female and you know that that's the person that she hates and you know that you're attracted to her? Why don't you find a male friend to talk to this about? I don't. All right, Tomas. All right. Whatever, honey. So, Kat tells, we're back at the country club. Kat tells Chelsea, I mean, girl, it wasn't bad. It was just anticlimactic. Shit. Oh, no need to go any further, cuz I get it. Kat says, girl, I don't. I don't understand why my body isn't matching up with my heart and my mind. I am fucking attracted to Tomas. On paper, this man checks every damn box. But now he's saying that he's not having fun either and that I'm that I'm fucking broken, girl. Chelsea was looking like, bitch, wait a minute. Hold on. He said that shit? Those exact words? Tomas at Elfrigine says, I didn't say she was broken. I said maybe weird broken, as in sexually. But God gets so damn defensive and twists my words. It's like she'd rather have the fight than solve the problem. No, correction, honey. She would rather have the fight than hear any criticism. Eva, hush and chew on your big ass french fries. He says, I'd never criticize her lovemaking. Never. I mean, I would never do that. If anything, she's the one who, uh-oh. Holla, Eva says. Kat is not trying to say this is your fault, is she? Yes, she is, honey. So we're at the Sherwood Forest. We are not going to be talking. Excuse me if you hear any, extra noise. We're not going to be talking long. June is meeting Nicole. Nicole is happy to meet her and hug her and shit. And June is standing there like she got like a broom stuck between her shoulders. It's all tight. Like she's so excited about meeting Nicole. So if it pops, y'all know we're gonna talk. If not, next. Ooh. So Nicole gives her some compliments. She says, I'm really liking the rosiness in your cheeks. She said, girl, yeah, June says you be thanks to the food at Orphe Jeans, honey, there it's just as addicting to me as the drugs that I was on. She was like saying, yeah, they food is really good. She says, yeah, and that most of the people there are really patient with me and everything, but you got some assholes who are there, honey, that makes me want to spit into their oxtail stew. You want to spit in that stew? Damn, June. Then she says, I'm joking mostly, honey. She says, I'm just not trying to give into temptation yet. Okay. That was a funny line. I had to say that one. So, um, Anita was still there. I forgot that she was still there. She's bringing out some tea for everybody. So Nicole introduces Anita to June, and Nicole says, June, this is my mother, Anita. Anita, this is June. Hello, June. I've been looking forward to meeting you. And so June is like, oh my God, she's Anita Williams. So Martin says, I didn't even realize that she was going to be here. If I did, I would have given you a heads up. So she's still holding on to Anita's hand, and she looks at her up and down, and she says, I love you. I mean your music. Oh, I will be all right. Got me through some tough times. Oh, I played it every day. Sometimes it'll be the only thing that I play all day to keep me from going crazy. Anita says, oh, thank you, baby. Thank you so much. It's so kind of you to say that, honey. Yes, music does have a way of finding us when we need it most, right? So Anita was like, let's go in and take a seat. And so June is still squeezing onto Anita's hand. Mark was like, bitch, you can let go of my grandmammy's hand, all right? I'm sorry. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Anita says, oh girl, that's absolutely fine. At least you didn't ask me to autograph a body part. And June was looking like she was about to ask her. And she changed her mind. Would you like some tea? Anita says, oh no, Anita Williams is gonna pour me tea. Ooh, Lord. Baby, we are back at the chapel. The horror chapel. Is that what it Oh, breaking news. Jimmy Kimmel is coming back. Interesting. I heard a psychic say that this week. Yeah, I listen to them too. Yeah, I listen to everybody. So Andre says, yeah, this was the best wedding in all the weddings of the world. Andre, you ain't never had no fucking wedding. Be quiet. Danny says, especially these eco-friendly rings. Oh my God, the polar bears would definitely approve. You heard me. Hear what I said? The polar bears. So the chocolate diva asked the fake Nita, how long do you give them, honey? The way that they're going, honey, I'd be surprised if they even remember that it happened. So, honey, we are back at the country club. So Chelsea tells her cuz, she says, I'm not gonna lie, cuz. Oh, telling somebody that they're bad in bed, it's a tough one to come back from, girl. I mean, I didn't mean it, Kat says. I was just lashing out after you hurt my feelings with that broken comment. Girl, when you don't know relationships, the last thing you need to do is tell a man that he can't and he got a little dick. And you can't do that, girl. You need to know relationships, girl. You handle that real immature. I love you, Kat. Y'all know I'm Team Cat. Y'all know I am Team Catherine. But girl, you can't do that to people and then expect for people to respect you. No, I'm sorry, honey. You will not be able to come back from that. And now Eva really has leverage over her because Eva gonna show him what some really good times is about. And I'm wondering what he meant about, because I'm thinking that she might be laying there like a wet noodle too. Yeah, they might be both wet noodles with each other. She getting an attitude. She's like, who says that that's something? Who says that to someone that you're supposed to be caring about? All right. And so Chelsea was like, right, girl. But cuz you are not gonna like hearing this, and I'm saying this with love. Just say that shit, cuz I already feel like trash. Well, it seems to me like Tomas was trying to help you figure out what you like. And the way that you do that is by communicating, like actually talking and not just dropping hints and expecting him to read your mind. And that's what I've been saying. Excuse me if I'm screaming, y'all. That's what I've been saying. Communication is the most important part of intimacy. This nigga might be trying to grind and do whatever he did with whoever he was with last. You might not like that shit. These men are not mind readers, ladies. Don't be getting mad at these men if they don't you good the way you want. Cause you trying to figure out what you like. Like I said, personally, my man tried to do something. We've been together going on 6 years now. And I was like, nope, don't do that. I want this. And when he started doing it this, then it's been great. It's been fantastic. It's been wonderful. He helps me manifest stuff. The truth. That's another level of relationships, honey. Connecting with the right person and y'all come together like that, babe. I'm telling you too much, my bit. Anyway, yes, talk. You can't get mad at him. And see, because that's her first really intimate relationship, I can understand her not knowing what to say. Because she has no problem in expressing herself. Kat is very, very honest, forthcoming, forthright about anything that she stands in her mind. She's fearless, she's all of that. But when it comes to that part, because she's so unfamiliar with it, she's not trying to learn it. Girl, you better cut off some lights, light you some candles, put you on Keith D Keith D's album about Forever Bay and light and damn eat you a half of a piece of candy and you better massage and find out what works. If you don't want to tell him, find it out on your own. Don't nobody want to. Baby, where everybody's too prim and proper, honey. You better find out on your own what you like, ladies. If y'all agree with me, y'all tell me in the comments below. Don't be afraid. Don't get too vulgar now, because you see how I'm holding my tongue. If we was in an after dark, baby, or beyond the gates after dark, baby, this y'all would be like, oh, girl, really? Shit, that might be something I might have to think of in the new upcoming new year. It would be a whole different conversation because I've been wanting to do something like that for a long time because I am very honest about things and I think a lot of young girls and women in general, there's a lot of things that they don't understand and don't necessarily know about intimacy because we weren't taught that. I had to learn a lot about that when I was young. And talk about our first time. I forgot to mention that my first time was on my wedding night, y'all, when I got married a long time ago in the 90s. Of course, we ain't together no more, but that was my first time on my wedding night. And I wish I wouldn't have waited, but I did it because I thought that my mom was really, I wanted to please her. I wanted to make her happy. So I waited until my first time was actually, now I ain't gonna say I ain't fool around and didn't try, but I was too nervous. I thought that Jesus was gonna come back. Y'all, I was so vanilla. But yeah. So I know I told you about my son, but mine was my wedding night and I was 23. I got married in 92, 94. So that was my first time. And yeah, got two kids out of it. I ain't gonna say it wasn't lovely. It was definitely lovely. It had to be something that I had to learn. But of course, you things don't work out and you grow and you experience and you know what you like. You have to be, and I will say a lot of the girls, I know y'all you saying Shari talk too much, but whatever. Some girls, now that you have the internet and you had all of these extra outlets, as with women showing their bodies more and being more vocal about who they want to be with and what they want to do and stuff, it's not as bad as it was when I was younger. Nobody didn't talk about this. They didn't talk about that. And that's what Kat is having problems with. She doesn't know how to express what she likes because she probably never had to experience that. I have a close friend of mine who it, been married a long time to her husband and never had the letter right after N in the alphabet. She's never had that. I said, girl, you never. I know you like, girl, you tell all your business. Y'all don't know who it is, so it don't matter. I was like, girl, you never. She said, nope, never. I was like, you poor thing. Here come Cat talking about it's just so awkward to talk about that shit. I just thought that, intimacy would be more instinctual. No, it's not because he's going by experience. You've never experienced it before, Cat. So how it's not instinct, baby. Girl, you gotta talk. She talks about how she's attracted to Tomas. They have great chemistry. Girl, Cat says, isn't that enough? This bitch, Chelsea says, well, what did she say? Let me make sure I say this shit right because this bitch said a word. Well, chemistry gets you into the bedroom, but communication gets you to an orgasm. That's what I was saying, a big O. Yes. She better say that. Chemistry gets you to the bedroom, but communication gets you to an orgasm. Every time. Every time. I'm telling you. Don't be scared to talk about, but a lot of women are not scared, but I'm happy that they're dabbing into this type of uh topic on here. That's why I love Beyond the Gates. It's dope, y'all. I know we have our issues with representation a lot of times on here, but the topics that they deal with regarding mental health, regarding intimacy, regarding the lifestyle, regarding um, being in thruples. I mean, they really deal with stuff on here, and I really do like it. I really do, and they're real, dealing with hurt and dealing with affairs and betrayals. It's really like something that can be relatable, especially with the younger crowds. And again, young crowds about cats' age, they don't talk. Everything is on the social media. Everything is TTYL or SMDH. And, I'm not saying everything is like that, but a good bit of it is. And so talk, baby, to your boo. He don't even know what he like. He don't even know what you like. It's like you have to tell him what you want. And there's nothing wrong with finding that out. Get your damn self a mirror so you can know what's going on in every part of your body. Get a camera. Don't be sending him nothing unless you want to send him something. But you get yourself a camera and you look. Look at it. Shit. Ladies, please tell me if I'm lying. I hope I'm not reaching too much, but I know a lot of the people on my channel are women between 65 and up. I think I lost a subscriber yesterday, maybe because I talk too damn much and I cuss. Y'all already know what y'all getting. But I talk about real shit connecting with this damn show. I love the show, but in between this, James know he said I sprinkled some shit all in here, and that's what I do. I keep it real cute. But I could go down that road, but I'm not. So I'm trying to be, nice. But it's the truth. Talk. Damn it. So Chelsea says, you're also putting too much pressure on yourself and Tomas. Kat was like, honey, there is pressure. Kat was like, every relationship podcast, IG post, everything online says if you don't have mind-blowing sex for the first time, your relationship is doomed. Yeah, I don't listen to that shit. So maybe I need to start a fucking podcast. What y'all think? If I start a podcast, will y'all listen and even bring my man's voice on there sometimes to talk? Because he has I have to make sure I keep my head, use a distinctive, maybe use a very like a voice control over his voice, because his voice is very net recognizable, so I don't want him to get in trouble. But should I start a podcast? Because I swear, whatever she talking about, if you don't have mind blowing sex the first time, then your relationship is doomed. No, if you talk about it, it doesn't have to be doomed. So if you know your body before you even have that mind blowing first time X, it could possibly not be doomed because you're coming in there telling him what you like. God dog it. Chelsea was like, Kat, look, girl, you're smart. Girl, you know not to believe that shit. And Kat said the word. She said, honey, if I don't get this shit right, he's definitely going to leave me for somebody else who knows what the hell they're doing. So you don't trust him and his feelings for you? Is that it, Kat? Kat was like, no, girl, that ain't it. I mean, do you feel like you're being judged when you're together? Oh, Kat. Girl, no wonder you can't relax. Your body can't let go when your fucking mind is doing calculus the whole time. Yeah, your mind, like I said, lock in the moment, baby. If you lock in that moment, you'll be fine. But the question is, honey, is that coming from him or from you? So we're back at Orphy Jeans. We're at loud ass Eva. So wait, let me get this straight. You go all out from his tax bracket bragger, fancy suite, a champagne, and a hotel that probably costs more than my whole hotel stay. Girl, it was the same hotel, same space, same hotel, girl. And that's her reaction. Cat says you're bad in bed. So a loud ass. I mean, damn, Eva, I don't want that rumor to get out here, okay? It's bad enough that your sister's out there assassinating my character. No, we're obviously not taking it seriously, girl. I mean, anyone with half a brain would know that's ridiculous. How do you know, girl? You ain't fuck him yet. Well, it's not like you can know for sure, he says. She says, I know. Okay, I know. Well, I do appreciate the vote of confidence, but I do have to take some responsibility. I did have an idea that Kat wasn't ready to lose her virginity. Look, nobody pushes Kat into anything. I mean, she wouldn't have taken that step if she didn't want to be with you. I don't know. I think I kind of get the sense that she was trying to talk herself into it. And I guess I let her talk me into it too. I mean, so what your guy is telling you now? I mean, you still don't think she's ready? Well, it does seem pretty obvious. And she says, well, just, I mean, show her that it's just not all about the sex. like that you actually care about her as a person. And you're offering this advice out of loving concern for your sister? The same sister you've been beefing with since day one? I mean, I'm just trying to be helpful. I guess I should take your cue and considering that I did eat all of your wedges, she said, I'll go get you some more. I mean, all of this relationship drama is giving me an appetite. So it's actually Dougie who shows up at the damn Orphe Jeans and he says, So, what does your source say to Randy? They brought Randy in the last 10 minutes of the show. Well, as far as my friend knows, Randy says there's no association between Bill and Joey. We're back at Bill and Haley's house, and he walks in and he said, Hey, oh, there's my husband. I was beginning to think the girls kidnapped you. When I tell you, when Bill finds out that damn Danny married Andre, that nigga is going to blow a gasket. He's going to be in the hospital again with another stroke. How's dinner? Is Chelsea doing any better? He was like, yeah, I mean, they're both doing well. I mean, Chelsea's still a little jumpy in crowded spaces, as she should, with that top knot and damn bang. Oh, poor thing, she says. It's just gonna take a little time. Bill says, yeah, when I tell you, they be drinking a lot on this show. He just left trying to gulp up that little bit of brown that he had at the table with the girls. And now I know Haley had some gin with Caroline. Now she's drinking again. I'm like, y'all some drinking lushy. He was like, how about you? Quiet night at home. She says, so far. But now that my hubby's home, I'm hoping that I can ramp up the volume. So she didn't even tell him that Caroline came by. I really was hoping that he wasn't going to pick her up, but we got to the next scene. It's actually Andre carrying Danny over the threshold. So he was talking about, no, okay, wait. Tradition dictates that I carry you over this threshold, okay? Strong tradition, Jenny says. Look at you, being all strong and husbandly. When I tell you that Ashley is going to turn beet red, Bill too. So they bounce on the bed, baby. Just laugh. They're married. Mrs. Danny Dupree Hamilton Richardson. So she lays back and she says, Damn, we really did that shit. We really got married. And Andre's like, Yeah, we did. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the morning, honey. So we're back at the Sherwood Forest, aka Nicole's house, and then June had been telling them how her and her sister reconnected and stuff. So they think it's a beautiful story, and they try to touch base with each other regularly. That's all. I don't think they're gonna be talking about nothing because we're at the last 5 minutes of the show. So we find out that Naomi helped June get a cell phone, so she's able to keep in touch with Samantha and everything. But Tyrell's evil ass ain't accepted her request yet. He mad as fuck at her. Anita says, "Well, Tyrell has a beautiful heart, and he takes his time measuring people. He really does. I have my daughter's like that. She will scope your ass out. She just ain't gonna just trust and hug you and let you in her world, baby. She look at you like you got 10 heads until she can trust you, and who knows when that'll be." But once you earned his trust, Anita says, he loves you with his whole soul, June. It'll be definitely worth the time that it takes. And so Martin says he also thinks that it's very critically important is that we as adults sometimes forget that children need their own agency. Oh, look who's talking, Mr. Original Helicopter Parent, Nicole says. He was like, Look, I had to learn the hard way, Mom, that the children are perfectly capable of determining their own boundaries. And they are navigating emotional terrain that would be challenging for the most grounded adults. That's what Anita says. They really are. They're doing pretty fucking good. So Nicole says, well, on the brighter side, it seems like Samantha has definitely made her choice. And so June confirmed. She's like, girl, yeah, we are having lunch tomorrow. So, I mean, I keep trying to think of conversations that we can have in my head, but I think of all the stupid shit that keeps popping up in this damn brain of mine that will make her run out. I mean, what if I don't know how to be what Samantha needs? Wow, that's a deep question, girl. So Nicole was like, well, look, the most important thing for Tyrell and Samantha is that for you to show them that they are important to you. And you're definitely showing that right now. And Anita just confirms and says, and we want you to know that you're not doing this alone, honey. We all have deep respect for the mountains that you're climbing. And everyone in this room not only wants you to succeed, but to soar. So we're back at Haley and Bill's. Bill, are you coming to bed? He's on his computer. He said, "Yeah, baby, I'm coming. I'm just wrapping up one source." And you can hear her in the background says, "I'm only gonna ask just once more." I'm assuming that she has on a lingerie. Are you coming to bed? Yeah, it's cute. That's a really cute nightie that she has on. It ain't gonna be on long, girl. He says, most definitely. He closed that damn laptop. You know how you promised to make up for the makeup sex we missed? He said, mm-hmm. Well, it's been on my mind, and I think I've been remarkably patient. Do you know what I realize? He says. What's that, handsome? That I should probably argue with you on a more regular basis. She says. He says daily even. Well, careful what you wish for. I fight dirty. You promise? And he said, And I said early, and I said, I hope he didn't pick her up and carry her. Well, he's doing exactly that, picking her up like a little damn kid. Girl, you should have on red bottoms. So now we at the room, if you hear it in the background, and Danny's trying to take off her clothes. So Andre is knocked the fuck out, and she says he's so cute. They're going to sleep this off, I feel. And that is the end of episode number 134, Beyond the Gates. Hopefully this sounds amazing. I did this real time at 2 o'clock. It took me forever. I had to take care of some business, but we finally finished it. And it was really great. I really liked it. It had, like I said, it's dealing with so many real topics, and I even went on a tangent like I always do. You know what I do. But anyway, let me go ahead and get this uploaded and take some pictures and see if I can use this as content, and I have an idea. If you know me, you already know what I'm thinking about. All right, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.